Okay, we're going to start out this Sunday morning with our giant window on the bay, looking at some of the interesting items this morning. For starters, it's a relatively clear morning for the overwhelming majority of us. We're not battling fog, except for a few locations which we can see from the camera on top of Mount Diablo behind me. And this is looking out past Walnut Creek. You can see Walnut Creek here. That's where 240 snakes up into the hills, heading out towards Orinda and Lafayette. And you can see a bit of stratus cloud filling in some of the valleys out here through those lower parts of the East Bay Hills, just kind of the dips and the depressions through the East Bay Hills. Actually got a little bit of stratus there. We're not seeing any major issues with widespread fog, but if your drive this morning does take you up over 24, don't be surprised if you encounter that for part of the way. But it shouldn't be too significant. Look at the view from the top of the Salesforce Tower off towards the north. You can see clearly the Golden Gate Bridge, the Marin Headlands with Hawk Hill. You can also see all the way out to Point Reyes there and Chimney Rock way out in the distance. Beautifully clear morning. And using our same network of cameras on top of the Salesforce Tower to look the other way, over the other bridge, clear skies. There's Mount Diablo, by the way, where we were just checking out the view over inland Contra Costa County. Okay, it's cold in the North Bay. It's 36 in Santa Rosa right now. And it's 40 in Concord. And those numbers are actually, for Concord, that's about 10 degrees colder than you were yesterday at this time. That kind of stands out. Most other locations are a degree or two cooler. It's not significantly colder for the majority of us, but technically it is a little colder today. Daytime highs, though, are going to do the opposite. We're going to warm up a little. We'll be a few degrees warmer. Inland East Bay valleys will be in the low 60s. So we'll go to 62 for Concord, 61 in San Jose. It's mid-60s in the North Bay valleys. Big picture on the Futurecast shows us a quiet scenario. We're done with the series of weak cold fronts that we'd had over the last few days. So no more opportunities for light rain, but instead, all the energy out in the Pacific is now finally arriving at the coast. So this whole series of storms, not to mention bigger storms in the Gulf of Alaska that never got here, the wave energy is getting to the coast today. So there is a beach hazard statement in place from 10 o'clock this morning till 10 o'clock tomorrow. Dangerous sneaker waves, stay off coastal jetties. It is going to be a beautiful day. So if your plans take you to the beach, just don't turn your back on the water. Bigger picture shows you the pattern changing. You don't see much on the regular satellite, but you can actually tell there's a larger pattern that has changed that's going to bring in much colder air for the midsection of the country. And back here at home, while we're not necessarily going to see a big bump in the temperatures, oftentimes that will happen if you get something that's that dramatically extreme. For the midsection of the country to go through much colder temperatures, we'll stay average or a little above average, but the more important part about this pattern change is it's going to block the storm track. And if we watch the rainfall accumulate over the next 10 days, we get that big donut hole over California. Storms come in well to our north. We see a pretty active pattern, at least for rain for the midsection in the east part of the country, and we're going to be dry for the next 7 days, maybe longer. 7-day forecast shows you how the temperatures will play out. We'll be in the mid-60s in San Jose for much of this coming week, and we'll even be in the upper 60s for the North Bay valleys. We're going to be near 70 for those North Bay valleys by the time we get to Wednesday. So sunny, good-looking week, but we're kind of turning the storm track off now, Devin.
Yeah, really nice, really mild. Enjoy it for now.
Yeah, considering it was an active November, we did a really good job of getting rain in the gauges and snow in the Sierra. So maybe we can enjoy this week, but we know we need more storms.
Absolutely.